Okay guys, I got a 2021 fresh Lexus RX350. I love this car. This has been one of my dream cars for quite a while. Just love how they drive, love how they look, love pretty much everything about them except for the stupid trackpad, which I made a video on how to make it not as stupid, so check out my other videos and I'll post a link in the description. Anyways, this video today is going to explain all of these buttons because there are a lot of them and a lot of people don't want to go through the user manual and try to figure out what they are. So hopefully this video will help you learn what all these buttons are, how to use them, and when to use them. So the first thing we're going to start out with is these right here. These are the settings for your seat. So, we're going to move this forward and backwards, put it into the setting we like. And to set it that way, you press set and you press the seat that you want it set to. So now we're going to move it again, set L2. So if we press L1, it's going to move into that setting. Number 2, it'll move to that setting. So all you do is press one of these, which one you want to set to, and then click the set button, and that's how you set your seat settings. Okay, so obviously these are the master switches: driver, front passenger, rear driver, rear passenger. This will turn off the switches for everything except for the master switch if you have kids. Lock, unlock. This right here is to put the side view mirrors in case you're parking, and then you press it again to put them out. Auto right here will just automatically move them when you're backing up and doing all that stuff. And then left, right, you press that one, and then you can move them around with this one. So that's those. This right here is the automatic lift gate. Press this button, your lift gate will open. This right here is steering wheel heat. Press this and your steering wheel will warm up. This is auto light. You can press it, not have to worry about the lights, turning them on or off. It'll automatically do it for you. Down here is the hood latch. Obviously you're just going to pull it in and pop up the hood. Down here, Odometer Trip. You can move between all of these, and then this turns on your lights, makes them brighter or darker for the interior lights. Brightness adjuster. Okay, now we're going to move over to this right here, your center console for the ceiling. This controls the sunroof up or down. And then this right here, the sunroof, you can open it or close it, and this will make it go up or down to crack it. And you just hold it or press it, and that's how you close it. This, if you press it, when you open the doors, the lights will come on. If it's off, when you open the doors, the lights will stay off. And this right here is your SOS button. In case of emergency, you can press it, and I believe, I've never done it, but I'm guessing that an SOS signal is sent somewhere and you can potentially talk to someone. Okay, now we're gonna go down to here. This is your electronic parking brake. You can turn it on or off. Pressing it down turns it off. Pressing it up will turn it on. Over here, heated seats, cooled seats. You can change the speed that it comes out of the seats, faster or slower, more powerful. You can put it on auto with those. This right here is brake hold. So if you're driving maybe through a drive-through, you can press it, and then you can take your foot off the brake, so you don't have to just sit there and hold the brake on there. And then as soon as you start with your gas, it'll turn that brake hold off. So that's pretty cool when you're driving stop and go traffic. You don't have to just sit there with your foot on the brake the whole time. Okay, this little stupid contraption, I think they started doing these in 2010 with some kind of module right there, and I think it's a terrible idea just because it doesn't work that well. So I have another video showing how to adjust the settings so it works a lot better, but it's pretty much a trackpad, a crappy trackpad, and you can move it around like that, and this moves around as well. It's somewhat responsive, but it's just not as nice as even like a 2010 MacBook trackpad. So if you press this map button, it'll take you to the map section. If you press the menu button, you go to the menu section, and this is the back button. So press that and you go back. Okay, this button right here brings up sub menus on available screens, like the climate, for instance, or also brings up previous destinations. I literally have never used this, so I'm sure you probably won't use it either. This right here, you can move over to eco mode by pressing that. You can push for normal, or you can move it over to sport like that. Eco mode is going to give you less acceleration. Normal mode will just drive normally. Sport mode will give you more sporty shifting and acceleration. So this is best gas mileage, normal gas mileage, and worse gas mileage, just in case. This button right here is the all-wheel drive lock button. You can press this to lock it in all-wheel drive, and that is to be used if you have bad driving conditions like snow or ice. Okay, for the climate control, you can press this to have auto climate control. You can this controls the temperature for the driver's side or both, depending on if you have the dual set. If you do have the dual set, if the dual is off, these will all go together. If the dual is on, this is separate, so the driver can have one temperature and the passenger can have another temperature. This is your front defrost. This is the side view mirrors and rear window defroster. This changes the mode, recirculation or no recirculation, and then you can do auto as well if you just press that button. This turns on and off dual. So if it's on, both of these work separately. If it's off, they all work together. These two are fan speeds. This is how you turn the climate control off, and then this turns it on to auto. For the radio controls, just press that to turn off the audio, press it to turn it on. This ejects the disc. If you press the radio button, it'll go to the radio option, AM, FM, and just cycle through all of those. Media, you can press this and you can go to other media like the USB, auxiliary, or disc. This is seek, track, so up or down for the track, pause or play buttons. This right here is your hazard lights. Okay, now we're going to go in here. These aren't really buttons, but this is where your USB cables go, your auxiliary cable, and then a power cigarette lighter cable. Okay, next we're going to go to the steering wheel. And so this right here is mainly for radio and phone. You can cycle through stations by going up and down. If you want to change the mode, you can go to Bluetooth, AM, FM, all that stuff just by pressing mode. And then you can cycle up and down with this. This, if you press it and you have a phone connected, you can say, you know, call so-and-so, and it'll do that. This right here picks up the phone. This right here hangs it up. So if someone's calling, you just press this button and answer it. And when you're done with the call, you can press this button and it stops the call. Then again, these are volume up and down. Just these right here are the paddle shifters. It's right here, but you're actually going to be pushing this paddle right here. So this shifts down and this side shifts up if you're doing it in the sport mode or the manual mode. This right here controls this portion right here. So this is the menu button. You can press this and it just goes to the main menu. You can scroll over with this keypad and go to settings or whatever you want and scroll down, and you can just see all of this info. I believe this is the info screen. So there's the compass, Bluetooth audio. You can do the radio with this as well. This is for the dynamic cruise control. If you have any messages, maintenance required, or anything like that. And then settings, you can change the clock. You can change the all of the settings for the cruise control and parking assist and all that stuff. And then you can go to vehicle settings and you can change the power back door settings, the TPMS, reset it, reset your maintenance and your oil maintenance as well. And then obviously this is the back button and this is the enter button. Okay, over here it also has some USB cables and then another cigarette lighter or power adapter spot. In case you didn't notice, there is a button right here. Press that and this comes down. Put your spare change or keys in there. This right here controls the steering wheel, so you can press it this way. Steering wheel comes out, in, down, and up. Okay, right here we have the home link. You can set these by with your garage, you know, putting it in learn mode and then using these, and then this turns on and off the automatic adjustment in the rear view mirror. A cool feature is this is wireless charging. You turn it on by pressing that button. Put your phone right here and it'll start charging. It's pretty cool. And then obviously you can take it off. If you want to turn off the wireless charging, you can do that. I'm not sure why you would do it, but that is an option as well. Okay, so when you're driving, these two buttons are for the cruise control. So let's set the cruise control. We're setting it at 70. So now we have those 3 blue lines, and that is the distance that you can be away from someone before it starts slowing down or speeding up. So right now I have no one in front of me, nothing to worry about, but let's go behind a vehicle and we'll see what it does. So I'm right behind a vehicle right now, and obviously they moved out of the way because they knew I was doing this. So we're going to continue to speed up. So right now I have cruise control set at 78. I'm only going 64 because this vehicle right here is in front of me. So we're going to change this by pressing this button to 2. So it's going to speed up because it's going to go closer to this vehicle. And if I did 1, that's going to be less distance away from this vehicle. So now you know how that kind of works. You can just change it depending on how close you want to cruise behind a vehicle. So this button right here is the lane assist button. And you can turn it on or off. So when it's turned on, it'll help you stay in between the lines. So you can kind of, you know, not be holding on to this as hard as you would used to. So you can kind of just relax a little bit and it'll steer for you and just keep you in between the lanes. If you do start going out of a lane, it will alert you and push you back into that lane by automatically steering. So we're going to start going out of the lane, and it just automatically steered right back into the lane. So this isn't like a Tesla where you can just kind of let go and stop paying attention. It just kind of helps you out a little bit. I enjoy it just because it does give you a little bit of extra relaxation when you're driving long distances, but I'm definitely still looking at the vehicle. So this cruise control is cool, the adaptive cruise and the lane assist, but I would very much pay attention to it. If robots ever do take over the world, they're probably going to use our cars as weapons, and at any point in time they could take over a car through the computer and just run it into another car and play pinball with them. So that's definitely something to think about when you are driving, because if that ever does happen and you're driving a car when the robots take over, then you kind of want to make sure you have your hands on the wheel and you turn off any automation that you can. So just something to remember as you are driving your vehicle.